Hey, the video you're about to watch is a mashup of 3 videos to do with my Amstrad PCW. They were originally uploaded on my old channel, but I figured it'd be some nice bonus content for this one, seeing as I closed my old one. Anyway, these videos, there's 3 videos just mashed together roughly. I haven't done any extra editing other than what was originally done when they were first made. So, enjoy. And I'll get back to making a proper video in the morning when I wake up, maybe. Anyway, bye. Hey everybody, welcome to another video. Hopefully this one is slightly better quality because I'm using a different camera. The lighting still isn't perfect, but you know, what can you do in the space that you've got, you know? Anyway, today we received this, an Amstrad PCW 8256, and as you can see, it's fully working. I wasn't for definite sure that it would. I mean, the seller described it as working, but you never know if things can get damaged in postage or whether the person selling it is honest. But this guy had good ratings on eBay, so give it a go, you know, why not? So this video is basically going to be the unboxing and then a little fiddle around. There's not really much I can do because I don't have much software at the moment. But the plan for this is rather an odd one, I know. I mean, I'm probably going to put GoTech on it and probably put a few games as well. Not that it's really a gaming machine. This is actually going to be a terminal. I'm going to have this for set up to access BBSs. I know it's a weird use for it, but I like to have weird uses for computers. Anyway, on to the unboxing of this thing. Obviously, you can see I've already unboxed it and I recorded the unboxing, so this is kind of out of order, but there you go. Enjoy. Apologies for the not perfect camera angle, but it is what it is. Hopefully this has survived the shipping. I know I'm in the way at the moment, sorry. I'll be out of the way in a moment. Well, it looks like he's done quite a good job of wrapping. Put the knife there for the minute. Oh yeah, that's some serious packaging. So he's cut up an old duvet. That'll do it. Yeah, well, the screen looks like it survived. Yeah, interesting. The keyboard is different from mine, even though they're both the same model. That'll be the startup disc. Right, I think I'll put this on the ground and lift it out. There's nothing else in the bag. Box. I know what I meant. So I have a choice of 2 keyboards now. I got the one that I got separately and this one. I think this one's the better looking one. They are the same keys. Right, that's that unboxed. Now let's get to testing it. Unfortunately, it failed to record the audio here for some reason, but this is me just taking out a boot disc I'd ordered off of eBay for CPM and plugging it in, obviously, to switch on the Amstrad PCW to make sure it's all working. There goes the disc. There goes the on switch. There's the line scrolling down as it boots up. The headache inducing flicker. Obviously there's no headache inducing flicker in person, but when you're watching back the video like I am, you get the flicker. And as you can see, this appears to be working perfectly. Right, sorry for the less than ideal camera angle. First thing we're going to do is make a backup of the boot disk. And if I remember correctly, we run disk kit. I say remember correctly, I've never done it from what I've been reading. So I want to copy. Right, so put this one back in, make sure I've got the right side. That. Yes. I have no idea how long this takes. Not too bad. And I want to copy to this disk, which came with the computer, but it's not stuff I want on there. So we use that as our backup system disk for now. So we keep the original safe. The original being this one. We'll also copy the extras on the other side in a minute as well. I'm being careful and waiting for the motor to stop running before I eject the disk. I was looking for the any key, honest. Right, so we want the other side now. I always thought these were open drives back in the day, but they're not. They do have a sliding mechanism. It's just more enclosed. Oh, I did not realise there is a separate write protect tab on each side. There we go. I did not know this. You learn something new every day. Though I'll probably end up deleting the files on side 2 and use that as my data side. I said the plan at some point is I'm going to put a GoTech in here, and a second I'll either move this one to here, which might confuse it, or I'm going to put a 3.5 inch disk drive in there, because 3.5 inch drives are easier to come by. Three and a half inch discs even. So now we're going to put this disc safe. He says as he can't get it back in the bag. safely back in its bag. So I've always got a safe copy. Right, so we'll write protect the original side. Double check it is in fact all there. Yes. Check side B to make sure that copied okay. And it did. I wonder what help says. That's cool. Macro assembler, interesting. Okay, quit. Wonder how you get out of this program then. Q, C. That tells you about the command. Okay. Well, we got out of it, so that's good. I don't know how I actually got out of it. I think it's a C, did it? Hang on. No, was it Alt and C? Yeah, Alt and C. Okay, then now I know. Alt and C gets out of that program. So, what version of BASIC does this have? Mallard BASIC, okay. I wonder how you get out of BASIC then. Luckily BASIC seems to be able to do that, so there's that. Let's have a look at Ed, the text editor. Oh, you got to start from scratch, okay. Quit out that. What else is on the disk? There's no version command in okay. I wonder how you can find out how much space is free. Didn't show it, did it? No. /H. Okay. No, okay, I have no idea how to get help from the command. What show? Okay, well, that's handy, that tells you. 7K of space free. That worked. Nothing else really to play with at the moment. Do we get some more software for it? So watch this space. So there you have it, the Amstrad PCW 8256, just an initial unboxing and fiddling around. As I mentioned before, I'm going to do some alterations to it, like add a GoTech, maybe a second drive. I might even add a 3.5-inch drive as a second drive as opposed to 3-inch, because I think I can get in without doing any case modifications. The drive itself won't fit, but if it'll fit internally, the actual mechanism itself will fit through the gap, so I don't need to cut sections out of the case. But we will see. Until then, farewell until the next video. Hey everybody, welcome back to another video on the Amstrad PCW 8256. In this video we're going to be upgrading the RAM to 512k of RAM, bringing it up to the level of the 8512. Well, almost. I mean, obviously it's still only going to have the one disk drive, but we'll address that in a future video. This is the third intro I've recorded. I recorded 2 on the better camera, and for some reason it didn't record the audio on either version. It was fine for every other video I did, just not the intro. So we've done a quick ad hoc intro using my webcam as I'm trying to edit this video. So anyway, over to the bench, on with the upgrade. Right then, let us take apart this Amstrad to upgrade the memory. There are 4 screws at the back. Well, that was fun. I had to unbend a lot of pins on this. However, we're now done. Once you've installed your RAM, I don't know how well it'll come across on here, but there's a jumper switches here. You need to set B and D up, and A and C down, and that should be the upgrade complete. However, we won't know until we test it, so I'm now going to button this up together and then we'll give it a test. Now that the RAM chips are in and the box is reassembled, I guess it's time to check to see if the actual RAM upgrade worked. Well, it switches on, so that's a plus. Yes, see? I don't know, it's not going to show well on camera, but the M drive, which is like a RAM disk, is now 368k. Which is obviously more than the 256k this originally had. So, awesome. Yeah, awesome. I like it. I'm glad it worked. So now the only upgrades we need to do to this now, GoTech 3.5-inch floppy. Well, as you saw, PC is now working with 512k RAM, PCW rather, and yeah, worked great, despite having to unbend many pins on these chips that I'd removed from the 9512 Plus. I didn't realise how badly I bent them when I extracted them, and I extracted them with hot air rather than desoldering and hoped that it would come out better, but it didn't. But in the end it worked, and I still have some spare RAM chips if I ever need them. I think I have 7 left, because I know one of the RAM chips was faulty on that board, so I didn't keep it. So yep, all done. Next upgrade will be the drives. TTFN.
Hi folks, today is upgrade day for the Amstrad PCW. In the post today we had a GoTech arrive, so we're going to be putting that in, and also hopefully this slightly modified 3.5-inch drive to go in as drive B. Slightly modified as I've bent a bit of metal up, it's got an adapter board there and an altered power cable. Hopefully it'll work, but the GoTech's definitely go in. We'll see what happens with the rest. So let's get this thing taken apart, put the drives in.
Okay then, hopefully this is set right, and we can begin with the installation of the GoTech. Now, just bash the camera, why not? Unplug the floppy drive. Unplug the power. Well, there are 4 screws, if I remember what I read correctly. Now, the GoTech I bought is a generic 3-inch one, so it doesn't come with the official mountings for the PCW. What I'm going to do, God, these screws are well in there. I'm going to reuse the metal shell of the existing floppy, hopefully, mount the GoTech in that. These are some long screws, man. Anyway, we'll do a speed little montage of me unscrewing this drive, maybe, if I remember to put it in. We will see. I'll still talk just in case I forget. And then another one over here. Trying to remember to keep my head out of the way. I'm also trying to avoid the tube as well, because I don't know it's discharged, and really I should have made sure first. Or just stay well away from it. No, that's still in there. Yep, these screws are well in there. We're only going to put a couple in when we put the GoTech in, simply because it doesn't have the weight, so it should be fine with just 2 of them maybe. Save a bit of time later. Does not want to come out. Is it even... There we go. And then the last one is down here somewhere. There it is. Sorry, I know my head's in the way here, but it's still in there a little bit. I believe there's an earth attached There's no earth. I could have sworn there's supposed to be an earth attached to this drive, but there's not even a wire for it anywhere. Okay then. Ooh. Right then. Now where did I put the GoTech? I think we're going to have to snip these little bitties off. That's okay though. Yeah. There we go. That's that in. Then we'll put the power in. Got to figure out the best way to mount this. Yeah, it should fit just in. I mean, you can't really see what I'm doing here. I'm going to stop the video for a minute. But I'll take these screws out, take this out and mount the GoTech in here. Right, sorry for the slightly shaky camera angle. We're going to do this with the handheld camera for the minute. Oh, yep, picked it up. CPM is loading. I haven't put anything else on this disc yet. We'll do that in a minute. This is just a test. Yeah, that appears to work. What version of disc has this got on it? One drive found. Yep, okay. That all appears to be working correctly. Right, let's try putting the 3.5-inch drive in as drive B and see what happens.
You can really learn to hate some of the software and hardware you use. I've recorded several outros. The audio didn't record on any of them. Also, the part of the video where I was fitting the 3.5-inch drive, that had no audio and got corrupted too. But there you go. Needless to say, the 3.5-inch drive didn't work. I think the drive itself is faulty because it recognised there was a drive there and it wouldn't read or write or format any discs. Now, the heads are cleaned, the belt is fine, so I don't know. I mean, it could be something I've done wrong. I'll have a fiddle at some point and see if I can work it out. But for now, we've got the GoTech installed and that works, which is the main aim of today. So we've got a Amstrad PCW, which has had its RAM upgraded to 512K instead of 256, and now has a GoTech for loading software easier. So that'll be it for this video. I'll do a few more videos running a bit of the software at some point and show you how it runs and how it's working fine. But for today, that's it. Until then, see you in the next video.